Hello everyone, welcome to Rayat Shikshan Sanstha's Western Region English Medium YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn a poem of 9th standard English Kumarbharati. The name of poem is Autumn. Video number 13. Let's see the introduction of the poet. Kalidas was a classical Sanskrit author and is often considered ancient India's greatest playwright and dramatist. His plays and poetry are primarily based on the Vedas, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and the Puranas. Thus, Kalidas, one of the greatest Indian poets of all time, and his works of poetry will be forever remembered as long as the glimpse of words and literature will be alive in the world. Let's read out a poem, Autumn. The autumn comes a maiden fair in slenderness and grace, with nodding rice stems in her hair and lilies in her face. In flowers of grasses she is clad, and as she moves along, birds greet her with their cooing glad, like a bracelet's tinkling song. A diadem adorn the night of multitudinous stars. Her silken robe is white moonlight, set free from cloudy bars, and on her face the radiant moon, bewitching smiles are shown. She seems a slender maid who soon will be a woman grown. This poem is written by Kalidas and translated by Professor A.W. Ryder. In this poem, the poet describes the advent of the autumn season in the country. He has compared autumn season to a slender and graceful maiden who has beautified herself in various ways. Let's see the explanation of poem according to the stanza. Let's see the first stanza. The autumn comes a maiden fair in slenderness and grace, with nodding rice stems in her hair and lilies in her face. In the first stanza, the poet says that the season autumn arrives like a slender, fair and graceful maiden. She has swaying rice stems in her hair and lilies in her face. In the first stanza, a fair maiden is compared to the autumn. Let's see the figure of speech. The autumn comes a maiden fair. The figure of speech metaphor. Autumn is indirectly compared to a fair maiden. Let's see the rhyming words of this stanza. Fair hair, grace face, and the rhyme scheme of this stanza is A B A B. Let's see the second stanza. In flowers of grasses she is clad, and as she moves along, birds greet her with their cooing glad, like a bracelet's tinkling song. In the second stanza, the poet says that she is dressed in the flowers of grasses. As she moves along, birds greet her gladly with their cooing. The cooing sounds like the tinkling song of a bracelet. Let's see the figure of speech. Birds greet her with their cooing glad, like a bracelet's tinkling song. Simile, the sound of cooing bird is directly compared to the tinkling of the bracelet. Second figure of speech, birds greet her with their cooing glad. Personification, birds are given the human quality of greeting. Let's see the rhyming words in this stanza. Glad, glad, a long song, and the rhyme scheme of this stanza is CD, CD. Let's see the third stanza. A datum adorns the night of multitudinous stars. Her silken robe is white moonlight, set free from cloudy bars. In this stanza, the poet says that during the night, autumn wears a crown of countless stars. The white moonlight forms her silken robe, which appears to be set free from the patches of clouds. Let's see the figure of speech. A diadem adorns the night. Exclamation. The element of surprise and fascination is brought out in the line. Second, her silken robe is white moonlight. Here, the figure of speech is metaphor. Silken robe is indirectly compared to white moonlight. Let's see the rhyming words of this stanza. Night, moonlight, stars, bar. And rhyme scheme of this stanza is A B A B. Let's see the last stanza. And on her face the radiant moon, bewitching smiles are shown. She seems a slender maid who soon will be a woman grown. In this stanza, the poet says that her face is the bright and shining moon. She smiles in a bewitching manner. She seems to be a slim young girl who will soon grow into a woman. Let's see the figure of speech. She seems a slender maid. Here, the figure of speech is alliteration. The sound S is repeated for poetic effect. Let's see the rhyming words of this stanza. Moon, soon, shone, grown. And the rhyme scheme of this stanza is CD, CD. In this poem, this poem is the imaginary and the beautiful description of autumn. It shows us imagination of the poet. Autumn is personified in the entire poem and compared to a slender and graceful maiden. I hope you understood this poem. To understand, revise at home. Thank you for watching this video.